Clairo, it's great to be sat here with you. You are this month's Up Next artist on Apple Music.
I am.
The debut album is out, it's incredible. And the point of this interview is really to tell your story. So I want to take it back to the start. You were born 1998, Atlanta, right?
Yes. I lived there for 7 years, and then I moved to Bellevue, Washington for 3, and then I moved to Carlisle, Massachusetts.
And when you were growing up, what kind of music were you hearing around the house? Was it a musical household?
Yeah. I think my parents are the reason why I love music so much. My dad is really into soul music and is the reason why I love Al Green so much, and my mom's the reason why I love Cocteau Twins so much.
How old were you when they started doing that?
Probably around 10. I was getting into like Beck and the Shins. I used to like obsess over songs that I wanted to learn on guitar. I think I spent like 2 weeks learning The Cave by Mumford & Sons before I finally got it and made a video of it. I made a Facebook page called Clairo Cultural Music, and it was like videos uploaded directly to Facebook, not YouTube. I think I covered Skin by Boy. I covered a City in Color song. I was kind of into that stuff, like Daughter, but I kind of took it all off and was like, I don't want to do covers anymore. I want to make my own music.
How old were you at that point?
I think I was like 14, 15.
Big moment.
I think I discovered like Bandcamp and SoundCloud and was like, wow, all these people are posting original music. Like, stop covering songs, like you can write music.
So what was the first song that you wrote? Can you remember?
It's probably somewhere. It's not good, no.
Of course it isn't, because it's your first song.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be good.
But I think the first song I wrote that like really meant a lot to me was Bubblegum. I wrote that when I was 15. That was the first song of mine that actually blew up.
Before this, I spoke to Charlie XCX, because you've done this track with her and Yeji. And I hit up Charlie and I said, hey, what is it about Clairo that you like? Why did you invite her to be on your album? And she said, for me, the way that she rose through the internet and the way that she writes her songs is so genuine. And I think most people think that now, but there was a period when people didn't think that.
That's so nice. I think anyone will be skeptical of anything when there's not enough evidence or there's not enough stuff to work with. It's not like I had a lot of music out. It's not like all of my SoundCloud songs are on streaming, which is where people usually go to find music.
Pretty Girl is the song that really was off the scale.
I think it was a couple thousand by the time I told my parents. And then by the end of the week, it was like 10,000. We were like, I've never seen that number before on anything I've ever done. So I gave it to Father, Daughter, and the Layside. They put it on this compilation tape for female and non-binary artists.
That was the start of Clairo as we know you now, really. Why does it connect?
People like that I can relate to them. I think that's my number one thing that I want to maintain, is that I want to be a friend to the people who are listening to the music, and I want them to feel comfortable.
I think they also connect with the way that you went about it, making that video with the tools that you've got at hand, which everybody has that stuff.
It's really cool to use what you have and to kind of limit the things around you that you can use. I feel like the less that you have around you, the more creative you'll actually be. There's something so cool about just using only your laptop. So I made this video where I'm wearing 3 different shirts, right? And I made 3 separate photo booth videos of me lip syncing to it with it's playing in my headphones. I just dragged them all to iMovie and chopped them up, and that's it. When Pretty Girl hit 1 million views, it was my first week of college at Syracuse. In real life, no one knew me, but then online, it was like this whole thing. I wrote 30 songs, I wrote 40 songs, and then I got to Bags. And I was like, this is what I've always wanted to make. I'm like, where was this? Like, this is what I used to make when I was 15. This is what I used to make when no one was looking.
Bags is a game changer. Even though you had this huge online presence, it elevated you in terms of critics, music journalists and people like that.
It's just funny how just because these old songs aren't on streaming, it doesn't exist to people. You know, there's a point in time where I just had the demo and I brought it to Rostam, and then he just went crazy. It was the first time I ever saw one of my songs become a song. And he turned back at me and was like, this has to be a single.
Sophia, I feel like, is probably your deepest song yet.
I kind of wanted to make the lyrics a little corny. I'll never leave you to the end of time, like, I'll love you forever, like, everyone's done that. But to me, it's like, I've never done that, and this is a corny song about a woman. I want to be corny.
So was there ever any stigma about that and thinking, you know, do I want to put this on record? Is it too personal?
There's no point in making a record if it isn't personal.
Very good answer. Let's talk community, because the debut album is out now. It's incredible. I feel like it's a very honest and real encapsulation of who you are. Are you happy with the record?
I'm stoked on the record.
Good.
It's my best work.
How much care and attention did you put into it?
Lots. Rostam and I would just kind of argue over hi-hats, like crazy about the details. And I think that's what made this record really special, is that we both cared so much about it.
Did he work on the whole thing?
Yeah, so he co-produced the record with me. To be able to work with him is an incredible place to be in, but then also for him to introduce me to his world, working with Danielle Hyam, working with Dave Fridman, working with Sean Everett. All these people that I would never be able to meet, they would never hear my music without Rostam. The credits on Sophia kill me.
Who's on it?
It's Danielle on drums, Danielle Hyam, Dave Fridman mixed it, Emily Lazar she mastered it. It was just like this power group.
Were these kind of like pinch yourself moments of like, wow, these are incredible musicians who I'm actually just rubbing shoulders with and getting to know as friends?
Like, the whole process was me being like, are you sure I'm not being punked right now? Like, my experience listening to Haim for the first time is so important. Same with Vampire Weekend, with Discovery, Rostam's music.
Do you think she knew?
Legendary.
Do you think she knew that you were...
That I was a super fan?
Yeah.
I don't think she'll really ever know how important she is to my friends and I, and how much she really paved the way for so many of us.
What do your friends think about what's happened to you?
I mean, everyone's really supportive and really happy for me, and that's all I can really ask for, but friends and family have definitely become the most important thing to me.
What would you say to your 15-year-old self now, with everything that you've learned and everything that you've been through?
That's who I made the record for. 15-year-old me, or at least 15-year-olds. I see who comes to the shows. I see who tweets at me. It's 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds who find community online. And that's exactly what I was. I found such a safe place in the internet growing up, because that's where I found all of my music. All of my social media was, you know, I barely had any followers, so it almost felt like my own corner of the world. I'd use it to post demos, I'd use it to post videos I made. Instead of writing everything down, I'd post it. That's how I got through high school.
You've done it so well. Your story has been incredible. That's why you're this month's Up Next artist on Apple Music. Clairo, thank you very much for chatting to us.
Thank you for having me.